What's going on, guys? This is Sam, and a lot of people had really high expectations for today's Apple event. We thought we would be seeing the AirPower wireless charging mat, AirPods wireless charging case, maybe a new MacBook, red iPhone 10, gold iPhone 10, maybe even a red iPhone 8 or iPhone 8 Plus, and then new iPads. And out of that entire list, the only thing that we saw was new $329 iPads. And even after the event concluded, in press releases, we did not see any of those other products announced or released, which is kind of weird. We did see the space gray accessories that were previously bundled with the iMac Pro become available for everyone. You can now buy the mouse, trackpad, and keyboard separately, but that is about it. Regardless, Apple did announce two new $329 iPads today. They have gained Apple Pencil support, which is pretty big, coming in 32 and 128 gigabyte capacities. Gold, space gray, and silver color options, pretty standard there. Let's go ahead and talk about the other specs. For what you're paying, $329 if you get the 32 gigabyte model, or $429 if you get the 128 gigabyte model. Honestly, I think the specs are very good for the price. You're getting the Apple A10 Fusion chip. That is what was inside of the iPhone 7, I believe. Really fast processor, not as fast as the A11 Bionic in the iPhone 10 or the iPhone 8, but it is still fast nonetheless. You've got a 9.7-inch Retina display. Generally, on these cheaper iPads, they aren't laminated, so they aren't as good as something on the iPad Pros, not as high quality. That being said, it is still a Retina display, so it's going to look pretty good for $329. Face ID is not on the iPad yet. We still have a first-generation Touch ID sensor here, so not even the second-generation version that came out on the iPhone 6s or the iPhone 7. Apple's way behind with putting that new version of Touch ID on this iPad. On the back, you've got an 8-megapixel rear camera that can only shoot up to 1080p. On the front, a FaceTime HD camera, and of course, Apple always promises up to 10 hours of battery life. And then what I would argue is the biggest selling point of this new iPad is Apple Pencil support. I'm glad that we finally have Apple Pencil support on a cheaper iPad. Before, it was just a little bit inaccessible for most people, and thus they were dropping $600, $700, $800 on an iPad Pro. Looks like it's going to be pretty cool. At the same time, you're still going to be spending $329 on that iPad and $99 on the Apple Pencil. Apple has said that schools can get the new iPad for $299 and the same first-gen Apple Pencil for $89, but still, you're dropping close to $400 for this combination. I've seen a lot of good criticism online about this. To summarize that, Chromebooks are a lot cheaper, and schools are probably going to continue to go with Chromebooks over iPads and Apple Pencil combinations. You might also have to buy a keyboard for an iPad, which would add another $50 to $100. So, I mean, $450, $500 versus $200 or $300 per Chromebook. A lot of schools probably aren't going to be making the jump to iPads anytime soon, which is unfortunate. And that's what the whole event today was about. It was about getting more of Apple's technology in schools. They had teachers up on stage talking about the new technology, how it was going to change the way that they taught in the classroom. And while I think that's great, the iPad is still a really expensive product for most people. A lot of students still don't have $429 laying around out of pocket to buy the new iPad and the new Apple Pencil. And I think this is a really good value. I think that if you're buying the $329 iPad by itself without the Apple Pencil, that is an incredible value, and if you want to get an iPad, I think this is going to be the device for you. Conversely, $329 is still a lot of money. This was the focus of Apple's event today. They did not announce a red iPhone 10 or a gold iPhone 10. We really thought that they were. I was totally sold that we would see at least a new iPhone color option. At the very least, the AirPower wireless charging mat. That is still completely MIA. We have no idea what Apple's doing with it. Or even the AirPods wireless charging case, which has been marketed alongside the AirPower wireless charging mat. This event honestly left me with more questions than I had before, like where these products are and when Apple's going to release them. Are they going to wait until WWDC in June to announce these new products, or are they going to come out in between? Apple's not been saying anything. We know that this new iPad is shipping later this week. It will be available in retail stores later this week. You can pre-order it right now on Apple's website. But as for all the other products we were waiting to see, it has been complete and total radio silence. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on Apple's event down below. Did you see what you wanted? Are you going to be picking up one of these new iPads, or were you left wanting something more? So that is everything you should know about the $329 iPad. If you enjoyed watching this video, it does help me out if you take 1 second to drop a like, and of course, hit subscribe for more videos like this in the future. If you want to help support the channel, new merch has dropped. The retro line is live. So excited to finally be showing you all the shirts. We've got this one and 3 others. Visit shop.iupdateos.com, and that would be incredible. For now, I've been Sam. I hope all of you are doing great, and I'll talk to you in my next video.